further moving on, we will talk about NAM. Okay, this was called as the non-aligned movement. Some new nations adopted the policy of not align with any of the two superpower blocs. They decided that they would maintain equal distance with both the blocs. These nations were identified as non-aligned nation, and the policy was known as non-aligned policy. Now what happened is that lot of nations, they made a choice that they would not join either America or either Russia. They remained neutral. They did not want to choose side, and this movement started was called as non-aligned movement. And the nations who joined this movement were called as non-aligned nation, and the policy adopted by non-aligned nations was known as the non-aligned policy. Those neutral nations did not want to adopt ideologies of either of the two superpowers of the world and wished to have all-round development, maintaining its unique existence. So what happened is all these nations, okay, all these NAM nations or the nations who did not want to join either side, they were neutral. They did not choose the ideology or the policy that was being followed by America and Russia. They did not want to choose only capitalism or only communalism. They wanted to maybe have both capitalism and communism. So they did not choose any of the ideologies that were promoted by the superpowers. Rather, they were focusing on the fact that they are unique nation on their own and that they should work towards their development rather than focusing on whether I want to be in America's side or Russia's side. Under the leadership of India's first Prime Minister, that is Jawaharlal Nehru, first President Sukarno, Egypt's second President Gamal Abdul Nasir, Ghana's first President Kwame Nkrumah, and Yugoslavia's President Joseph Broz Tito got a thumping support for this movement. So these were the main leaders of the NAM. They started this thing called NAM. You have to remember all the names, okay, and from which country they were. Please remember this. So these people, they started the NAM and they got lots and lots of support for this. 23 countries of Asia and 6 countries of Africa joined the NAM movement. The organization was founded in Belgrade in 1961, known as NAM. So this organization was started in the year 1961 in Belgrade. Under the leadership of Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, policy of non-aligned movement were framed. NAM completed valuable leadership. So the policies which were formed in the NAM were formed by Jawaharlal Nehru, okay, and he was considered as a very important leader in NAM. Nehru believed that the movement continues to see the role of itself as in its view the world's poorest nation remained exploited and marginalized, no longer by opposing superpowers but rather in a unipolar world and its western hegemony and neo-colonialism that the movement has really realigned itself. So over here what did Nehru say is that for a very long time the nations who are not the superpowers have remained very poor. They have been exploited by the superpowers. Okay, like suppose first we had England and France as the superpower. So when they were superpowers, they made us a poor nation, they exploited us, okay, and they marginalized us. Marginalized meaning बहु अत्याचार कर रहा था अपनी ऊपर, okay. But we will no longer support this. We will no longer let any superpower come over us and tell us what to do and what not to do. So we will not support any of the superpowers, okay, because what has happened is that they believed in a unipolar world. Unipolar meaning one world, okay, not having bipolar world of America and Russia. No, there has to be one world, okay, and not support Western hegemony, meaning do not give so much importance to Western values, okay. Like fine, there are Western values, Western culture is there, ठीक है, but in that bargain, in supporting so much Western values and Western things, you are forgetting your own culture, you are forgetting your own values. So don't give so much importance to Western hegemony and neo-colonialism. What was colonialism? That all the Britishers and France and all these people were taking over India, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, and making them their colony. Now when Britishers and all these people were not having colony, but through their economic policy or through their economic measures, they were exploiting us, they were not being fair to us. Okay, so though they were not ruling over us, but એ લોકોની economic policy અને એ લોકોના economic rules and regulations એવા હતા કે ભાઈ તમારે એની બધી વાત માનવી જ પડે. So such things should be removed off completely, and in order to completely remove this off, this movement, that is non-aligned movement, came together and became as a one thing. Okay, understood? So what, again I will explain this part to you. Who was the leader of NAM? Main leader was Jawaharlal Nehru, and he was the person who framed the policy of non-aligned movement. What did he say? He believed that for a very long time the superpowers were ruling over us and making us poor. They were exploiting us, they were doing atyachar over us, but we will no longer support them. Why? Because by doing that we are supporting lot of Western values, and we are also supporting neo-colonialism. What is neo-colonialism? That their ilokona economic rules, ilokona economic regulations, એવા રૂલ્સ અને રેગ્યુલેશન્સ હતા કે તમે નો ચાહો તો બી એ લોકોની વાત માનવી પડે. ઓકે, લાઈક ઇકોનોમિક એટલે ટ્રેડમાં, ઇમ્પોર્ટ એક્સપોર્ટમાં. So indirectly they are still ruling over us. So because of that, it is very important to be a part of non-aligned movement, so that we don't let these superpowers tell us what to do anymore. Okay, it opposed foreign occupation. Okay, what did non-aligned movement do? That whatever foreign occupation is there, whichever territories foreigners have taken over, they should not be there. Interference in internal affairs. What did the superpowers do? They started interfering in your personal internal matters. Internal matters એટલે સપોઝ ઇન્ડિયાનો કોઈક ઇન્ટરનલ મેટર છે કે ઇન્ડિયાનો કોઈક અંદરોનો અંદર પ્રોબ્લેમ છે, તો બીજા કન્ટ્રીઝ અંદર like superpowers like America and Russia, they would start telling India what to do, what not to do. So don't interfere, don't tell us what to do. અમારા અંદરનો પ્રોબ્લેમ છે, અમારા કન્ટ્રીનો પ્રોબ્લેમ છે, તો we will solve it. They opposed aggressive measures. Aggressive measures એટલે કાંઈ પણ પ્રોબ્લેમ થાય તો એનો ગુસ્સામાં એનું રિએક્શન ન આપો. Calmly think about it, try to solve the matter in a calm way. So they opposed all these things. Okay, aggressive ways, interfering in internal affairs, foreign occupation. Okay, and what did they focus on? This all are the things which they oppose, or when they spoke against it. And what all things did they support? Okay, they supported all the social and economic challenges that the states were facing, especially inequalities manifested by globalization and implementation of neoliberal policy. The non-aligned movement identified economic underdevelopment, poverty, social injustice, and growing threats to peace and security. So what are they trying to tell you over here is that the NAM focused on the fact that તમારા સોસાયટીમાં શું પ્રોબ્લેમ છે, તમારા ઇકોનોમિક શું પ્રોબ્લેમ્સ છે, and try to deal with these social and economic problems. Okay, and whatever inequalities are there, inequalities એટલે favoring one person and not favoring the other person. લાઈક એક જણાની સાઈડ લેવી ને બીજા જણાની સાઈડ ન લેવી, એક વસ્તુને સપોર્ટ કરવી, બીજી વસ્તુને ન સપોર્ટ કરવી. તો ઇકોનોમિકલી when inequalities are rising, ઇકોનોમિકલી એટલે in terms of money, in terms of trade, if you are supporting one thing and not supporting another thing, that should be removed completely. And why did these things come? Because of globalization. What was globalization? It was a policy that came up in which all the countries could trade with whichever country they wanted. But because of globalization, inequalities rose. Why? Because superpowers supported one thing and did not support another thing. So because of that, inequalities had risen. So that should be completely removed off. Okay, what other things did NAM focus on? Economic underdevelopment. Underdevelopment means in terms of economy, if you are underdeveloped, if you have not developed at all, then you should work towards development, work towards removal of poverty, whatever injustice or whatever injustice એટલે અન્યાય થાઓ. Okay, અન્યાય is what is social society and what is injustice, અન્યાય. So all the social injustice, all these things should be removed and we should focus on peace and security. Today more and more countries have joined NAM. Union Summit was held at Kuala Lumpur on 13th May 2003. So the last meeting that was held, okay, most recent meeting was held in the year 2003. For the last 4 decades, many incidents have happened with the disintegration of Soviet Union. Russia's power decreased. So Soviet Union or the Russia which was there, it completely died out, and with that Russia's power became less and America became the top superpower. There is no superpower now, only America is the superpower. Okay, so only America has emerged as a superpower. Russia's power over the world has become very, very less, and all this is because of NAM, that they were able to control the superpowers, and that they were able to tell the superpowers that focus on peace and security. The non-aligned nations with their non-aligned policy were successful in contributing towards world politics. So through all the non-aligned nations, okay, through their non-aligned policy, they were able to focus on the world politics. The non-aligned movement was successful in showing off the moral impact for maintaining world peace. So NAM was one of the reasons why there was world peace. Okay, why wars did not happen. They focused on human society and focused on nationalism, as well as superpowers adopting an attitude of disarmament. So what did it say? That focus on nationalism, focus on development of your own nation. They also said that superpowers should adopt disarmament, that is control their production of weapons. So with this we complete NAM.